The intent for today AM flow is to boost your confidence. This conversation is perfect for those of you who are in the deep abyss of thought, perhaps in the funk, or you're in the process of something happened that you are questioning your confidence level. You're questioning your self-worth. Am I good enough? Am I make the right decisions? Something that you're not certain in yourself. And I don't care how successful you are or not successful you are. Being human in this meat body, we are going to go through that moment from time to time. That's just life. Every time that we move through like uncertainty, we question ourselves, we question life, we question the circumstance, right? Sound familiar? So so in today's flow, I'm just gonna see what flow through and to support you with this, because I've been there many times myself. That's the reason why I'm inspired to make this video, and I work with clients and to see firsthand struggle and how people move through it. And hopefully whatever wisdom come through is coming to the exact way that will land it for you, and it will give you the insight you need to take a step forward to get you out of the funk. So we can, from the beginning of this video and by the end of this video, your confidence level is going to boost up a level or a whole lot. I'm hoping for the whole lot for you. That'd be amazing, right? So first, let's start out by objectively connect to how confident and not confident you are right now. So the first thing that I want you to do right now, whatever you're doing, well, if you're driving, don't stop. If you are sitting in the situation that you can reflect, get out your journal and write down how confident are you from 0 to 10. And if you're doing your chore or other things, then just pause for a moment and then really assess. Not how confident you think you are, because you are so smart, you are wholehearted, you are a high achiever, so you can probably talk yourself out to become confident, and that's just temporary, right? Right now we're trying to connect deeper to the inner confidence. So from 0 to 10, 10 is I feel very confident. So the word is not I think, I feel very confident. 0 is like, oh my God, I feel like so small, I'm not confident at all in this situation or in this relationship, whatever it is. Try to assess where you are in that, so we know where we're going with this, right? Because first, in order to solve any problem, you got to know what the problem is. You got to know where you are, right? We can just subjectively, well, I already feel confident. I'm not. Assess where you are, because this is how I usually start with my clients. Whether in my magic hours or whether in the sessions, we always start with, okay, so this is where you are, and this is where you want to go. So there's a gap. So let's close that gap and let's get you there. And how we get you there is differently for everyone. And part of the magic in my work, I think, I'm doing this work for such a long time now. I now have the confidence that life will work out. That I'm confident that every moment will work itself out in a way that it needs to work out. And that's one of the reasons why that I've been inspiring to do the video format in this way, with the confidence that whatever come through, whatever come out of my mouth is going to be perfect for me and perfect for you, and to serve the highest good, because that is my intention, right? So start with where you are, and then ask yourself this, because chances are, so if 10 is ideal, right? We all aim for 10, and you are either a 6 or anything less than a 10, there's that gap. Chances are there is a literal block or energetic block to stop you from this point to your ideal place. So connect to that. If there is a block, a literal block or an energetic block, you're gonna feel it in your body. If you're watching this video, if you're in my world, you're gonna start sensing more of your feeling, right? Because you've already done all the thinking, all in the intellect, all the personal work and all that kind of stuff. So then connect to the feelings. Okay, so there's 2 scale, that block from 0 to 10. That's resistant, like that's that thing that fighting you to become confident, that thing that want to keep you small. Connect to that energy, because that is the very thing that's holding you back. So, and that scale is a bit different. So first connect, where is it in your body? Where do you feel that lack of confidence, that blockage, that limitation? And locate that energy. And if you can, it's okay too. If you're not used to feeling, kind of guess. If you could guess where that block is, where would it be, right? And when you guess, there's no right or wrong answer. You just guess. So once you locate that, ask yourself from 0 to 10. 10 is oh my God, this thing is really paralyzing me. And try to be honest to yourself. And 0 is like, huh, I'm aware of it, but it doesn't bother me much. And the lower the scale of your confidence earlier, chances are the higher the number of this block. So if you add a 1 or 2 in the confidence scale, this block is probably going to be a 7 or 8 and up, and the opposite is true. If your level of confidence is about an 8 or 7, this scale is going to be a 1 or 2. Are you with me so far? Right? So we're playing with 2 scales here. So identify the truth of where you are in your confidence level. 2 is, what is it? The gap, the energy that hold the gap. And I'm approaching it in this way because the people that come in my world are high achiever, are wholehearted, high performers, like you. You've done the work, so intellectually you're very smart. You know all the strategy, right? How to do positive self-talk, how to get yourself to shift your focus, how to get you confident temporary. And yet you're here in my world. And I have a knack to go a little bit deeper. That's just my purpose, my path in this world right now. At least that's what I know at this point. That's what I'm confident in right now. And there's a lot of things that I'm not confident in. And that's a start. So assess where that energy is. And that's where the work is beginning. The third step is to bring that energy from wherever it is, from a 10 to a 0. And you can do this by yourself, or you can do with support. And there's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just what you prefer, right? And this is one of the reasons why I have a job, because that's what I do with and for my clients. And I also teach my client how to do it themselves too. And there are so many ways to do it. And this is a video to instruct you to the step. And you are uniquely different from everybody else. Like if 10 people watching this videos, 10 of you gonna need 10 different ways to get from wherever that block is, from 8 to 0. And it could be some traumatic thing that happened in this lifetime. It could be your own thought process that create that block, or some of you have done the work. It could be some past life stuff, if you believe in past life. And some of you really have done the work. It could be multi dimensions, right? So it's all depends. This is where you gotta connect to your intuitions and ask yourself the question, okay, how can I bring this from 8 to 0, or from 7 to 0, or from 7 to 3? And if you can get out of your own head, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to invite you to pause for a moment and sit in silence. If you can silence your head, all your overthinking, that will allow space for your knowing. And being a high achiever, I know you struggle with this. You struggle to be in the present moment because you always want to think like 1,000 steps ahead, right? Because it gives you a sense of control, certainty, and creating. So let's pause that for a moment. Let's bring you back to this moment and connect to a deeper knowing, because you will know the answer to what you need right now. For some of you, you may call up a friend who is a coach to help you move through it. For some of you, you may call your shrink and reconnect to your therapist. For some of you, you may simply need to sit with yourself and allow this feeling to pass through, because this answer, there's no cookie cutter answer. It's all depend on who you are, your life experience, how much work you have done. And if I give you an answer that may work for one of you but not for the other 10 of you, so I'm not going to give you an answer. And this is why when I work with my client, everybody's so different. I don't even know what I'm going to do with that person until I'm sit in that moment. And that's the beautiful thing about when you be in the moments, and when you flow in the moments. When you're not making it about yourself, you're making it about the moment, magical thing happen, if you can just trust it. And if for some of you, if you feel in your heart right now, or your intuition tell you like, hey, why don't you have a conversation with Hank? She may be able to tell you the next step. It may be her helping you, or maybe somebody else, but she is the key to your next step. If that's the case, then put in a heart-to-heart applications. Then I will trust my intuition and my AM, and whether I say yes or no to your application process. If I say yes to you, chances are my spirit feel like, yeah, I can help you. But if I say no, it's not personal. It's just mean not the right time, or I'm not the person for you. You know what I mean? So just trust that. Just trust whatever the answer is for you. Then in that, the next thing, my invitation for you is whatever your intuitions bring up, whether it makes sense logically or not, if you can just surrender for a moment, because when you have that sense of knowing, when you know, then take that next step. Take the next step. And by that, you can change the game, right? And for some of you, it could be simply, just sit with me for the next 30 seconds. Allow the intention for this is whatever the block is, whatever that blocking me, this is where you can use the love framework. I would reference to one of the video that I made on the love, how to use the love framework to let, LOV, let go of what was that hold you back from this confidence, right? And then be okay with what is, and then step into who you are, venture into what will be, and then be in the moment as is. The love framework is one of the perfect framework to clear the block and to clear the energy and come back to the pure essence of who you are. And just remember this, as you're doing this work, you are going to be confident until you're not, and you're not until you are. That's the cycle of life. And try your best not to judge yourself where you are right now. Try your best to be gracious as you're moving through it. And you're going to get better at this. Whatever funk you're in right now, you get out of it. And then one time in the future, you will get back into a different kind of funk. That's just the life experience. So allow yourself to be human. Allow yourself to have the certainty until you don't. And allow yourself to don't have the certainty until you do. Because confidence is when we have that certainty, when we have that clarity. And understanding that all those things are feeling. They are thought, they come and go. And so your level of your feeling. So with that, you are one thought away from feeling confident. So then what thought you would choose? What kind of energy you would like to let go? And that's what I have for you today in the virtual conversations of how to boost your confidence. So take a breather. If you watch the video the whole time right now and then you connect to the confidence scales, I want you to come back and revisit your confidence scale. How does it feel right now? From 0 to 10, where's your confidence level right now? Put the comment below. If your confidence level boosts up a little bit because you have a clarity, or it's the same, or worse. I would love to hear your insight in this video and what it does for you. The most important things to me is you can have an insight and do something about it. And I would love to hear you taking that commitment, taking the step to do something about it. Whether to make the commitment to sit, whether to put in an application to have a conversation with me, whether to call your therapist, whether to call a colleague, whether to call your coach, whatever it is, whether to go to UPW, whatever it is, take that action for yourself. And that, my friend, at this moment is how you can boost your confidence. Thank you so much for hanging with me. As always, I appreciate you hanging from the beginning to the end. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, set a notification, and then we'll let you know when the next AM flow come through for you, because you see how organic this is. And please feel free to share with those heart that you feel are going to be helpful. Thank you so much for being in my world, and I'll see you at the next AM. Aloha.